NPI, we started in a garage back in 2005. My father started the business, recruited a couple of others, and started up NPI. We felt like there was a void in the market, being able to help out with some of the high mix, low volume stuff, but with good customer service and good quality. And we feel like we fill that void very well here in the Dallas-Fort Worth marketplace. 19 years, family owned and operated. We started up a second facility in Houston to service the local market there. Being high mix, low volume prototyping, those customers tend to want to be local so they can get it right away. We do offer the small to medium level production level now, but our bread and butter is still the high mix, low volume consistency and getting things done quickly. That's something that we find that a lot of our competitors they fail at, getting it done quickly with good quality and being on time. We did have some things that were escaping us. It was primarily making sure that we could check the solder. Being able to capture solder issues consistently across the board was something that we were challenged with early on. The speed of it as well is something that we're always going to be watching and targeting. We actually evaluated 3 other manufacturers, did kind of a side-by-side analysis on those. We were able to eliminate 2 of those fairly early. So it was a Koh Young versus another manufacturer, and we were able to go out and do some live visits with other companies in the area that had the machines, and was able to talk to them and talk to kind of the others in the higher positions that know kind of the numbers behind it as opposed to the technician level. And got a good understanding, and Koh Young's reputation did come very highly. We did actually have a competing 3D X-ray machine in-house for a number of years, and it did not get utilized.
For me, I was really focused on ease, operator ease, more than anything. The ability for them to sit down, pick it up quite simply. Koh Young technicians came in and trained us, gave us some good little tips, which made me feel very comfortable with that. But along with throughput, accuracy, coparity, solder fillet, things like that as well had also become very important to us.
Biggest challenge we've had is the time to program. Because we're high mix, lower volume, it's harder to program everything. So, if it takes us longer to program than it takes us to assemble the board itself, then it's going to be a challenge for us to get it done. So we see the value in the Koh Young and what they've done from the programming side.
It's pretty quick. The more we build up our library with parts, the faster it goes. So over time, see growth in our speed. Only thing that we might need to change every now and then is, if we get the same part from a different builder, its marking might be a little different.
They came in, I will say they were better than the majority of manufacturers out there. They showed up on time. It showed up when it was supposed to. It was installed as planned. The training seemed very seamless. There wasn't any issues or negative feedback that I got. So overall, it was a very smooth process.
There was a lot of talks going back and forth about what was needed beforehand, before the techs got here and everything. And that was really great. I didn't have to scramble looking around for bits and pieces and parts and things like that. There are a few differences between what we receive and what's needed here. But it wasn't that big a deal. Everything's still threaded in, fit on nicely, and we were able to get going.
We recognize that the customer support, it's one thing to go buy the equipment. The customer support on the back end is very important to us. So we did our due diligence behind that as well, in terms of making sure, the people that we knew were running the machines, we had to call and get help and get service. What did that look like?
They really took some time to give a little bit of, in a way, the unseen tips, that really fill in the gaps between, you can read the book, you can poke at it all day long, but those little kind of unsaid things were really great and very useful at our implementation.
This thing is extremely good at picking up hairline solder issues, which has been a lifesaver.
AOI is the first step after the S&P process. So having that feedback extremely fast is extremely valuable.
It's always scary bringing on a new manufacturer. But that's why we went through a long vetting process of going through, because I do recognize that the SPI is something I've got my eye on. The dispensing side of things, we do have a need for that coming up as well. So we are very loyal as a company, as a brand. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can and communicating to make sure that we can keep those loyalties intact. So deciding to go forward with Koh Young was a big deal because we do see future purchases within the product line to help us out and ensuring that our quality is going to be solid moving forward.
Programming is easy. Just working with the software is easy on both ends, the programming and the review station, both extremely easy to work with, very fluid. The 3D images of your components is extremely helpful. It's just overall an amazing solution.
I do see the improvements coming. I do see that data coming through a lot better, especially with Parker being here. He's been able to give me good quality feedbacks as far as what can I improve on my SMT lines, solder fillet and things like that.
We don't have customers, we've got partners. So we are very big on the partnerships throughout the industry as well. You know, our vendors are our partners, our manufacturers, our equipment manufacturers are all of our partners, and our customers are partners. You know, they're just partners in different ways, but we're here to take care of each other, and as long as we all understand that, things go smooth.